DJ Mixmaster Chaos. DJ. DJ Mix Master Chaos.
What it do, people? Put this cam down too. Oh, I didn't mean cut it off. Cut it down. Yo, what it do, people? It's your boy Chaos Theory, and my brother Dark Prince is just our opinion podcast. Broadcasting live and direct out of Williams, Arizona. Yeah, I'm way back on the west side, the west side. Yep, gotta head out to the Cali-O. You already know. Man, I didn't think I was gonna do it tonight, but I said I had to do it because you touched on something that needs to be talked about, that people need to know about signing your life away. Be careful what you wish for in society. The wicked pen, baby. It's scary out here. I'm telling you. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and start it off, bro. I'm just gonna be quiet for a second. While you go ahead and get it off your chest. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
What's happening, Miss Williams? Welcome to the show. About time you catch my podcast. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? That's fam right there, man.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I hope everybody's, Saturday's doing okay. Hope everybody, and happy. And the rain's not getting most people down. It's raining here where I'm at. Outside.
Yeah, it's been raining back and forth. We ran through some bad storms all the way from Amarillo, Texas, on and off through Mexico, even in Arizona. Thunderstorms, man. It's been cutting up. Oh, got O.T. Howard in the house, bro. Got the classmate in here. What's up, bro?
Yeah. Sounds like it's gonna be nice. So here's the thing I want to get started with.
Go ahead and kick it off, bro. Go and kick it off.
I'm watching a documentary earlier today about. Yo, can you turn on your music just a tad bit in the background?
Oh, it's still a little too loud. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna change it up. Hold on. Change it up. I gotta put in my special brew type of music. Cause this shit finna get wicked. I already know. I gotta put my wicked beat on. But go ahead. Here you go. I know this is gonna be a tripped out podcast tonight. You caught me by surprise on this one, bro.
Well,
for real.
You know me. I like to research and find out what's going on the planet. And before I jump off into that, I want to harp back on the CERN July 5th startup there. Because see, I don't think our people really understand exactly what's going on over. Now, they keep talking to you in scientific terms, talk about ghost particles, acceleration. But the thing about what's the other one? High energy. The thing about it is, as human beings, we do know that we have a certain megahertz to our body as far as rhythm. There is a vibration that we also give off. There's also vibrations that affect the way we feel. So in that, there's a realm that's not really touched on, that people don't really understand, but we are aware of it somewhat. Okay. Mm-hmm. Just like, you around the microwave and it emits stuff, it can give you, bad consequences later on down the line if you always up on it. Same as when you're going to the dentist to get your teeth fixed. They're going to put you on a radiation jacket, put you on the vest, lead vest, take the picture because of the gamma ray. Now, these are things that we don't see, but we know they're there. Mm-hmm. Now, back to CERN and the energy and the particle. CERN says they came out with a ghost particle. Now, if you've been following what I used to put up, as far as CERN, and I had picked up on Facebook as far as my story about some of these images they took in 2012 that they shot as far as looking inside the collider. Now, the thing about it was, they looked like, some fine, happy looking individual, whatever it was over on the other side. that had somber faces, and it looked like, you know what I'm saying, we're not here to do any good for you. Now, this is just from the scientific world, what they showed. And the thing about it was, it wasn't even cranked up to full power. So back what I was saying about the ghost. They say now that they found this ghost particle, they're not really describing what it is. Because see, these entities that are over there are transferring themselves over as energy. You can't see them. But through infrared, through X-ray, you will get a vision. Because white light spectrum is invisible to the naked eye. So the thing about this is you have an increased uptick since 2012 and all types of demonic activity. Nobody put two and two together. Now we've had it to the point where it just opened up again. Whereas now, they blew up the Georgia Stones the same day. Now let me tie that into how this thing's going, people. The Most High gave us 10 perfect rules as far as how to engage with man and with him. The first 4 commandments is about your worship to the Most High. The last 6 is about you and your fellow man. Now, the slick guy did the same thing with Georgia Stone. He had 10 declarations on stone about what the world's supposed to be doing. The first rule of law on the Georgia Stone was that they're going to have perpetual maintain humanity at 500 million. People, we at 7 billion right now. But after the July 5th ceremony went through, yes, I said ceremony, ritual ceremony went through, and the gate was reopened again, they can now blow up the dictation on what we want mankind to do. Because now we're at a point that this is exactly what's about to happen. So we no longer need you to be, you know what I'm saying, queued up like this is where we're going with. This is where we're at now. Now, you looking at all this weather that we've been having real funny lately. And to the average person, if you actually, you know what I'm saying, thinking about it, when have you ever seen any summers like that? Or winter? I remember a time frame when we were younger, we used to have 4 seasons: spring, summer, winter, and fall. Now, only thing you get is hot and cold. That's it. That's it. So,
like the waterfall, like the waterfalls in the bathroom. Hot
man,
I mean, hot and cold. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something.
I ain't even got to the contract part yet, you know what I'm saying, about the records, but this is just foremost on my head.
Me and Chop were talking about this earlier today. Because as we were rolling, you know, true enough, when you go out west, you know, I know you probably never just traveled in a vehicle going across I-40, going west from down south all the way straight across going to California.
No.
Well, you get just west of Amarillo and you get almost to the New Mexico state line, the environment starts to change. You start to see more southwestern look. When you get over in New Mexico, you know you're in the southwest. When you get further out into Arizona, you know you definitely in the southwest.
Okay.
What I mean is that the environment started to change and the climate starts to change. So you might fuck around there, be running through a severe thunderstorm in one aspect, and you'll get down below the surface, and you'll run into some cold kind of weather. Not cold, but the temperature will start to change because you're going upwards, you're going downwards, then you're going back upwards. But the way the trajectory is, it kind of fuck with you because the environment complex starts to change because of the different elevation complex. Now, where it's storming in this situation now, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, I have seen it change from when we were young. When you see thunderstorms pop up in the summertime, you automatically knew as soon as it get hot, some thunderstorm will come there and it's gonna cool everything off.
That's right.
That ain't been the case lately since
at all.
Man, we in the second decade of the 21st century. And you can see a big change in the environment that we live in because,
Mm-hmm.
like I say, I sit up there one time and I was just skeptical about something because I was hearing it thundering and lightning and shit off a distance, on the outside of Hollandale.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, when storms usually build up in southeast Arkansas and northeast Louisiana. Those two boundary lines. Because you got Lake Washington, which is in Mississippi, that generates a lot of humid air that rises. And it condenses. And a lot of times, you got all this humidity and shit, and all this shit boiled together. When it boiled together, clouds start to form. When the clouds start to form, it gets heavy. And when it gets heavy, it's like an explosion. If you ever see clouds, thunderstorm clouds, what they call thunderheads, they explode just like a explosion because air is rising to the cold air. Only one air is rising to the cold air. So you already know it's gonna get ready to storm. The clouds, everything starts getting real dark. You start hearing lightning and thunder. I seen that in this day and time coming, like I said, stars out of Arkansas and it pushes eastward into Mississippi.
Yep.
How about it'll rain right there in Arkansas and Louisiana, cross over in the Mississippi River and gets to Hollandale and it dissipates? You didn't hear me. It crossed from out of Arkansas and Louisiana, heading east, gets over the Mississippi River and it dissipates. Turns into air. I told Chopper, I said, only thing I can think of is that they irrigate those goddamn cotton fields and shit around the Delta to where it kills the moisture that helps the rain, helps generate energy for them storms. So
that's right.
When that storm come over, it ain't got no leverage there. It just dissipates. Because corn don't really need, because see, they growing corn in the Delta now. They don't grow cotton no more. That's another sign right there. Because see, cotton, it needs rain. Corn don't need rain like
that's
cotton
right.
needs. Corn gets its own, liquid, moisture or whatever. So what is that telling you? That's some crazy shit, bro. That's some crazy shit. But
it's been crazy.
I seen this change and it was kind of weird to me. But a lot of people not picking up on it. They're like, like I say, I remember even when we used to go to the field, go to the field chopping cotton back in the days. It was never a time where you didn't see thunderstorms pop up when it's real hot like that, because it's very hot and humid. So you already know. Chances are you hear thunder and lightning. Okay, chances are it's gonna get ready to rain. But not no more down that motherfucker. When it started cloud up, it cloud up, thunder and lightning, and you might get probably a couple of drips of rain and it's gone.
Now check this out. Early today, let's see, what time is it? 8 my time. I say around 5 o'clock my time, Central Time. Bruh, it got dark outside. It got cloudy. It got windy. Then it started thundering. It thundered for like 10 minutes straight. I'm talking about heavy thunder, and we never got no rain.
There it is.
We didn't get the rain until about an hour or so ago. That's when the rain came. We're still doing it out there right now. You know what I'm saying? A little sprinkle shower though, but
I guarantee you $10 a bucket of shit ain't raining that hard.
It ain't. But here's another thing.
You know what I'm saying?
July 5th, after they did their thing, because see, I come to find out also while watching my show earlier today as far as documentary, they have a hydrogen collider here in the state. It's in Tennessee. I didn't know that. It's not as big as the one that got at CERN, but they got one here. So my thing is, you already know birds of a feather gonna flock together.
Yeah.
So if the big wig saying we're gonna get ours up and running right now, I already know it's just like, say for instance, hey, that's like saying you have a franchise somewhere else. Everybody's gonna be serving the same thing or giving the same service. So July 5th at July 5th evening, I'm going outside. I have never seen clouds like that in my life.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. We talked about it today.
We had orange, we had purple. I saw white clouds mixed in there, grayish. I mean, to the point where it didn't make sense. And then the formations, I couldn't tell if it was cirrus cloud. I couldn't tell if it was cumulus. I couldn't tell if it was nimbus cloud. I couldn't tell if it was stratus. I mean, not stratus, cirrus cloud. Mm-hmm. All four that they taught us back when we was in school, I didn't see it up there.
You can kick rocks on all this shit. That don't even mean nothing no more, bro. That's a done deal.
I'm trying to tell you, but see, here's my thing. They told us that for you get a thunderstorm, you got to have cumulo nimbus cloud.
Yeah, cumulo.
I didn't see them up there.
AKA thunderheads. Yeah, thunderheads.
Yeah, I didn't see none of those up there at all.
No, it's just whatever the fuck they want you to see. Cause see, I was telling Chopper today. No, matter of fact, not today. I'm lying. When we went down towards Houston, as we was riding, the clouds it just looked like regular little cumulus clouds. How about it was raining? And I said, Chopper, it didn't even look like rain. We rolled up, it was just water just falling. I said, because usually when it's like we out here, we out west right now. Mm-hmm. You can see it got dark as a motherfucker going across the southwest. I already told y'all, I said, we finna run into some rain. But down south is a whole different get down. Now you can look dark all day long, don't mean it's gonna rain.
Exactly.
It's like they're playing motherfucking Simon Says. Maybe it might rain. Simon Says
But now let's go back to 2012 when the Hawk machine got put out there on display and they didn't want that to happen. Because see, what I come to find out, they have a weather, they trying to weaponize weather. Mm-hmm. Now, the way you do this is you have to have the test subject, you know what I'm saying, and run this on to see what's going on. This is why there's pockets of, you know what I'm saying, all types of weather going on here in the state. Right now, they're trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, how can we pinpoint certain things? You got a lot of the, Midwestern states, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, over in the eastern part of the seaboard, all this flooding going on. Other places, they ain't getting plenty of cloud cover, but no rain. You got wildfires out of other places. How is it you have all these different types, you know what I'm saying, phenomena going as far as weather, and none of them are consistent?
It's God. They say it's God.
No, see, here's the thing. You can't say that because see, God has an order to things. He's an ordered person. I shouldn't say person, an ordered being. That's what he sets everything. Everything's in order. There is nothing out of, you know what I'm saying, out of place. Everything runs perfectly in harmonious fashion. You heard?
Right.
So my thing is, he gave us, and he talked about it in the scriptures, still in there. He said, I gave you 4 seasons. We don't no longer have those days because man done started to tamper to that. Then he had it to the point where as there is a dimensions all around us. People already know about it. Mm-hmm. They figured out that they actually know what these things are, and they're starting to tap into it. So the uptick, violence, and all this. Now, let's get back to it. The contract.
Okay, you ready to go in on the contract? Because I throw the picture up there of the heart, the picture that somebody drew of the heart machine. Well,
but that's the thing about it. That's exactly what it does.
This is what it does. It shoots billions of electricity into the atmosphere. What I say, top? Yeah, troposphere, and it heats it up. And once it heats it up, shoot right back down to Earth, and they can make that motherfucker do whatever the fuck it want. It's just like hydraulics on the goddamn 6-4. It make that motherfucker up and jump the boogie, goddamn it, 3-wheel motion, all that shit.
Now people saying, you know what I'm saying, why they doing it?
It can make tornadoes, hurricanes, severe thunderstorms, earthquakes, fires, any damn thing they want to do.
Yeah, because they can weaponize. See, now, check this out.
But anyway, we're gonna get off of that. Unless you guys going with the contract, we're gonna let that go, bro.
No, I mean I got one more thing to add on to that comment right quick. I'm gonna put this in the back right here.
Okay.
Is that with this weaponized, heart machine they got, it's the new thing of warfare. Because say for instance, the United States has always said, okay, we might have a problem with Russia, which they always have, because that's a nation they just can't run over and say, you're gonna do what we tell you to do. They like, no, you're not. You come over here, we're gonna slap the shit out you. Basically. North Korea said the same thing. The US said you better not shine up, you better not, you might not find no type of weapons over. Mm-hmm. North Korea shot out 2 missiles as soon as they got off the phone with them. What you gonna do? Nothing. Because they can't be dead away. But here's where it gets interesting with the heart machine. See, now you can remove your satellites. I know if I can't get you with the guns and the missiles, but if I get to the point where, now you don't have no rain in your area, your crops die, I'm not winning now. I can win the war that way. Because now your people are hungry, they're weak, and now they're dying. Or I can go vice versa, not, bring no rain, and then spin a flood over that way and flood out the entire place.
Either goddamn way we can get you, either one way or the other.
Exactly.
Like that song by Blondie said, one way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Now on that note of getting people, let's move into the contract.
Here we go. Get ready, y'all.
Now I'm watching Death Contract. It's on YouTube. I watch a lot of my documentaries on there, and then the people are. That's another thing. I've seen an uptick of conscious people coming out talking about devilish things on the planet. There has never been a time like now when I just pop on and it looks like it's every other channel, and I have never seen that in my life in social media since it's been going. But just today, everybody's talking about, I'm talking about everybody coming, white people, Arabs, got their own channel about devilish stuff and how it's affecting them. Now, since the time of the jukebox, let's go start right there. The jukebox, the jukeboxes were put in for the mom and pop shows, to get their spins off and also keep the public, up to date on what's going on as far as the music world. Before the music videos started to hit, before we had the MTV and all this, all we had was radio. Mm-hmm. So radio, went from there, was like, okay, we got this such group, jukeboxes pop up. I forgot the guy's name, but he gets the idea, and they say he's now the founder of the music industry. Don't worry about it, I get that back next time. But it's skipping my mind right now about what he said his name was. But it was an old white guy, and he said he's the founder. They said he's the founder of the music industry. But here's what it is. So he starts I think it's the Dale Funny. Not Dale Funny, now this group. It's got a weird name, but it sounds something like Hot Funny, Hot Tech, something, Hot Funny, something like that. But that was the name of the record label that he started.
Okay.
When he started the record label, he put his people on the contract and had an insurance policy taken out on just in case because of, say for instance, they may be traveling and they have an accident. So you want to be insured. He had a lead artist that was with this band that was named after him. His name was the Barbarette, something like that. I'm gonna have to get all that back. Like I said, I can't remember the name right now. But he named the group that he had also signed to him after himself. So he wanted to be the front runner. The lead singer ends up getting killed. Now here's the crazy thing. The lead singer and the bandmate decided they was going to go ahead and drive to the next, venue. The lead singer said, well, he's going to go ahead and take a plane. Now, here's the problem. It was bad weather that day. The pilot was 21, not saying that there's a problem, but this 20-year-old had never been up into a real plane.
You talking about Buddy Holly and them. I know exactly I know where you're going with this. I already know where you're going with this. Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper, and Rudy and Richie Valens.
Man, come on. Now, yep. It was the Valens guy. I remember that name.
Richie
Now, this is what it went down.
Yeah, they was on their way. They was on their way to do a show. I want to say in Chicago or Wisconsin somewhere, but they had a DJ. The DJ, one of the first radio DJs in America, the Big Bopper, was on that plane. Was also on that plane.
Now here's the thing.
I read about that.
After the death, the fans.
Matter of fact,
the fans now was like, you know what? Now that he's gone, we ain't got nothing else left for him. So now his record sales went up through the roof. Bob says, the light comes on in Bob's head, like, oh, now I know how to capitalize on all artists now. I want to push them till they get big. Because see, I could take a no-name, get him a hit record, maybe follow up with another hit record. And even though he's not a legend, if he dies right now, he will become a legend. Just off the fact that he's dead now. And he won't put out nothing else. They pulled up, listen, they went from there and they say, I just want to show you a comparison. And they stopped the tape right there talking about Bob and they went to Prince. They say after Prince's death, his record sales went up 84,000%. I ain't never heard no percentages like that. 84,000%. So let me tell you some musicians out here. You best to keep it undercover. You best to keep it underground. Because once you become mainstream and you know that you hot, they want you to be hot because you won't be around long. Your music will, but Prince and Michael combined have given these companies of theirs over. Get ready for the tally, people. 800 billion. Since their deaths. We didn't know nothing about that though, did we? They didn't tell nobody on that. But here's the thing. Nobody wants to blame the record company for the way the artists are acting because it's dictated in the contract through the record company. This is what we need. So when you're in a situation where you're talking about drill music, when you're talking about picking up the gun, this is going along perfect with their agenda because guess what? Eventually you're going to be dead. And the insurance policy that they have already taken out in contract with you is going to push the sale. You won't even see this money. You'll never see it. I had the other day was listening to another documentary and Michael Jackson's nephew was on the show talking. And he said, I want to put this out here. My uncle did not dance. He said my uncle was murdered. He said soon after he died, they come out with this Jackson 5 little cartoon. He's like, he could have did that himself if he wanted to, but he had no control at the time. When Sony, he said when he died, Sony got everything back that he purchased. So artists out there, it behooves you. If you know you hot and the hood know you hot, don't go beyond that. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. You could do it old school. If you get 10,000 CD or whatever you want to do and charge them at $5, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be well off.
Oh yeah. I was trying to show you who Buddy Holly was.
Man.
This is him right here. That's him right there.
That's him. He's a little bit more gained weight on when I was looking at him though earlier. Yeah, got to the point. You know how it is. Started doing weight, started gaining weight. He was sitting back like a fat rat, making the cheese off of it too.
Oh yeah. He was I think he was from down south too, if I ain't mistaken.
But I thought about something too, though, dog. I thought about our love for music. And when we first did, you know what I'm saying, our little coming out party show, you know what I'm saying, for the people.
He said coming out, yeah.
But my thing was, I was serious about, you know what I'm saying, getting into it and probably making it that way. But the Most High knew better for both of us and didn't allow us to go in that path. You can still enjoy it. But as far as, you know what I'm saying, making it a profession, he stopped it. Because here's the thing, we're going to get to a point at that age. And then the thing about it, we didn't know nothing about the Illuminati. We didn't know nothing about the music industry. We didn't know nothing about none of that. All we knew, you know what I'm saying, it might be a few tickets in because hip-hop was just still being born into it. So it looked like it was still in it. But that's the thing about the planet people. They love taking the innocent and degrading it. They like taking purity and making it dirty.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Take what you created and make it a bad thing.
Yeah, a very bad thing. And my thing is, I like it. The guy was talking about the lifespan of the musicians. He was breaking it down of showing. I'm talking about a white guy. He was breaking it down, showing that most high artists only have maybe.
Welcome to the Shizzo. Lisa in the house.
Shalom. That's right, Miss Lisa. So my thing was,
you know what? Since you want to talk about the contract, there's a picture I want to put up here. A special picture that I just made. This picture right here. Think about that shit, huh? Am I good? Goddamn it, the bloody pen, motherfucker. The wicked
you will
pen.
sign your name in blood.
The wicked pen.
You will sign your name in blood, bro. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw that movie Eyes Wide Shut.
Chop seen it. I haven't seen it yet.
You need to see it. Don't tell them nothing, Chopper, but you need to see it. And the reason why you need to see it, I'm not gonna get into it and spoil nothing, but I'm gonna tell you, Stanley Kubrick, the director of that movie, is dead now. Reason why he's dead, because he put out some things that they wouldn't want him to put out, but it's too late now. So the rituals that you see, the parties that they was in, spoiler alert for right there part, because he's gonna go to a party. Spoiler alert right there, and it's one of them wild parties. And you know what I'm talking about. Now, on top of that, have you watched all the videos? Check this out now. Have you watched the latest videos that's been coming out with everybody? And for some reason, like Megan Thee Stallion, let me tell you one of them. She had one with her and Cardi B a while back, the WAP song, right? They went to a mansion. That's where they had it at. And as they was opening up the door, there was certain things going on in each of the rooms. Same thing Cat Williams talked about. Because this is exactly the way they're going to get you in. They're going to invite you up there, see if you are comfortable enough with it, and then it's one of those hush things. Don't say nothing about it, and we all good. But also, while you're in there having a good time, we got somebody filming you, making sure you're on camera. So if you ever want to come out and say, you know what, no, this ain't the right thing.
Yeah, trying to do some old slick sucker shit. They already got you. You got them.
Now let's get deep.
That's all a part of the rules of war. The art of war. Yeah.
Let's get deep. Cardi B put out, you know what I'm saying, a little video maybe 2 weeks ago, but she actually took it down real quick as soon as she put it up. So she said, what's the name of the song that she said she didn't really want to do? What is the name?
Who is this again?
I can't remember. What was that? Cardi B.
Oh, I don't listen to you, little young bitch.
But anyway, she said, here's the thing. This is what got my attention. She says that the song that they were trying to get her to do, she really didn't want to do that song, and she starts crying, doing the interview. You don't see her face, it's just the audio. And in the audio, you know what I'm saying, I'm hearing real emotion in this woman's, you know what I'm saying, voice. And she says, I don't want to do that song because that song resurrects demons that used to be in me that I killed. And all I want to be is a mother. I don't want to be that person no more. Because, see, I also come to find out, people, that at all the record labels, the big top record labels, there's an altar room under the record company where they put your master on the altar and they pray demons onto the record. So whoever listens to it, driving case still as far as more fans. It's all demonic play.
Who that? John Todd.
Know who you talking about. I already know who you're talking about. white guy that was also a whistleblower, and they got rid of him too. Same, you know what I'm saying, with William Cooper, another whistleblower. They got rid of him too. My thing is, people, when you start getting to the point where that's the thing about being here's the thing about being in a bad state of mind, where you say, I'm so tired of going through what I'm going through, I just need a break. And I don't care how it comes. So that's the devil right there waiting.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know it. You don't know it, but the Most High has allowed him to pressure you because there's choice here. Now you can say, no, I'm not going to do it regardless. Or, I'm going to have to go and get with it because I can't deal with the pressure. And in my book, pressure does two things. Either bust pipe or it creates diamonds. I like to be the latter on that end. So the thing about it is, when you have these people that at this low point in their life said, okay, I'm going to go and sell it because, you know what I'm saying, I ain't got nothing else to lose. You really don't know. So back to Cardi. Cardi's crying now because the thing about it is she's no longer her. They actually are now also, while they have your record on the altar downstairs, your alter ego, as they like to say, is actually a demon that's going to inhabit you now because you're now the new vessel for it. Now, tie in CERN with them opening up the gate, letting more over on to this plane. It's going to get to a point now where the musicians are no longer even singing or doing anything. This is what the mumble rap is going through because it's going to get to a point where it's just only be chant going on and satanic stuff in the background. Have you not seen the evolution of that? It don't even make sense on the records what they're saying now.
Rigor.
Exactly, because it's not about that.
Rigor.
It's about getting you ready for some otherworldly experience.
Mm-hmm.
Now that part of the video is very real. And I don't care what artist you want to come up with right now. Watch the video. I guarantee the background ain't got nothing to do with what they talking about. But the background will tell you what's all this devilish stuff going on in the background.
But
I mean,
the whole
ahead,
concept of this figamajig that's going on in today's society as far as this music is to the point where they are targeting people that they know that's not used to having certain things they never had before. And one thing about it is resources and wealth. One thing they know that Black people have been screaming about since the civil rights movement is reparations. Dr. King have always talked about this before they assassinated him in 1968. He talked about coming for these checks. The whole concept of everybody missed out on that conversation with Dr. King because back in those times, Black people really didn't have television, especially in the South. So they really didn't know what NBC, CBS, and ABC had on the screen.
That's right.
So only thing we knew was one little part, and that was the goddamn I Had a Dream speech. That was it. That's all we have been flooded with Dr. King. Was about
you know what? Not to cut you out right now. Hold your point. But I just want to interject something right there. Because Dr. King knew that he had gotten bamboozled too, right? Not saying that it's a bad thing, but I'm bringing this up to make a point. Mm-hmm. George Carlin said the American dream, the only way you believe if you're asleep. What if Dr. King's I Have a Dream was the same thing?
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing about it. It was the whole concept of his dream speech was to basically do what the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers paid him to do, was to throw the Black people off, to think that as long as you kiss ass in this country. Now I'm gonna bring the shit from the forefront of how it was back then to right now, because it's the same fucking thing. Because when Dr. King was talking about I Had a Dream, he was talking all that sucker shit. He knew that wasn't gonna happen. Mm-hmm. He knew it, but at the same time, they gave King the money. They gave him the lick. Keep your mouth shut and do what we say do, nigga. That way, these niggas would constantly kiss our ass like we want them to kiss our ass. But they don't realize your subconscious is going to always be there. Because in 1964, 4 little girls get killed in Birmingham, Alabama. Dr. King got pissy mad behind it. But he kept his composure. But there was a brother from Omaha, Nebraska, by way of New York, Harlem, named Brother Malcolm X. Was like, we need to do something to these crackers for this shit. Dr. King was on another level, like, no, we just gonna protest. Malcolm X like, no, fuck that. We ain't gonna be non-violent to motherfuckers that is non-violent to us. If motherfuckers over, we gonna fuck them over. The same way, wanted that same type of plight, but he had to remember, I'm up under the tutelage of these motherfucking big money motherfuckers that's keeping me to keep my goddamn mouth closed. So I'm gonna play the game like it is. But at the same time, he was still getting rocks thrown at him. He was getting shitted on all over the goddamn South. To the point where after Dr. King, after Brother Malcolm was assassinated, and Dr. King started realizing that all this ass kissing wasn't worth a damn, he ended up meeting up in 1967. He ended up meeting up with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and whatever him and Brother Muhammad was talking about, it wasn't no kiss these white folks' ass conversation. So Dr. King became MLK. He stopped all the Negro talk and started talking about, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. So them white folks that was funding him was like, wait a minute, hold on. This nigga is turning another cheek. This ain't the same nigga that was talking about how I had a dream for all us coming together.
It ain't gonna work out.
Dr. King was like, no. Because we didn't kiss y'all ass too long and too soon. Tired of this shit. We coming for them checks. Everything that y'all said, y'all owed us 40 acres and a mule, this is what we want. Fuck all that shit, all that talk. We finna start walking. We starting to make our way to Washington to make it see and basically bring this shit to a reality. When Dr. King basically ruffled the feathers up, you already know. April 4th, 1968, he was done with. See, everybody thought he died because of Memphis, this situation in Memphis. They didn't care shit about that. They talking about you basically coming to confront them about lies that they basically pinned up on the people. Dr. King like because he wasn't just talking about black people now. He was talking about poor white people as well, because they was getting fucked over too. Because he mentioned it on one of his speeches. He said, hell, when he was locked up in Birmingham, he said a white guy, a guard, what you call it, a barkeep, whatever the fuck they call him, the man, the guards in jail, he walking around, watching them in the cells and stuff. He's asked the man, he said, yo, man, he said, I ain't trying to be in your business, but how much are you getting paid? He said, I get paid just enough to, to feed my family, you know what I'm saying? He was like, really? He was like, shit, hell, you need to be marching with us. It said, like, your life ain't no better than ours. And he said, this is a white man. But these are the same white people that were saying they hate niggers and all this old shit. But at the same time, the government was fucking over them too. So when it got to the point where Dr. King started reaching out for the rich, for the poor white folks and poor black people together in unity, this is what the feds and the government was scared about. That's why he was taken out. But a lot of people don't know this, because if you got to read between the lines on a lot of his speeches that he was saying in 67 and 68, especially the one in 67 when he said we come for them checks. But now, fast forward to 2022, it's the same situation. You want to get in the industry, you're going to get in the industry and you're going to do what we say do, regardless if you like it or not. It's your ball. It's your ball on the court. You going to either play with it or you ain't. A lot of motherfuckers that will sit up there and say, well, shit, my mom, I got these kids, you know what I'm saying? My mom, she tired of working. You know what I'm saying? You think you're doing something awfully good because you a rapper, you call yourself a rapper. You rapping about the bullshit that they don't want you to, that you know is wrong, but at the same time you want to get this money. Then you don't even know that the money that was given back in the days of Dr. King on back, it had some leverage to it. They ain't got no leverage to it now. They can just throw it to you now. That's why you walking around here with big wads of money talking about, yeah, nigga, I'm getting that bag. I'm getting that bag, but that money ain't worth a damn.
It ain't. It doesn't even have intrinsic value. That's the whole thing about it, bro.
Get out here and be floating your money like you're really doing something because it ain't worth shit.
Now, I remember folks talking about this, you know what I'm saying? That bring up something I need to talk to everybody about too. Everybody was talking about this new stuff called Bitcoin and all this other cryptic, you know what I'm saying? Cryptocurrencies, right?
I still haven't got the understanding of that shit yet.
You don't want to, because here's the thing, it's the same premises of the dollar bill and the same premises of the food stamp coupon. It can be controlled. Gold couldn't have been controlled. That's why they took it. That's why the Rothschild came up the Federal Reserve Bank, because they already knew gold does not stay at one. If you have a piece of gold today, it could be worth $60. Tomorrow, it could be worth $120.
It goes up.
A government cannot control that type of fluctuation with a precious metal like that. But if I have a currency note, I can with that, because I can say this is a $1 and it stays $1. This is $5.
Did you know? Did you know gold conducts lightning, conducts electricity?
Yeah. But see, that's my whole thing. Listen, people, if you want to know something to invest in something that the Most High created. That's how you know you're gonna be in the good. Natural gas, land, real estate, precious diamonds, precious metals. Get your hands on some of the stuff that he created on the planet. Because the longer he created on the planet, that's what they fight over. That's how you know what to put your money into. If the planet is fighting over it, that's because they didn't make it. So you need to get your hands into it. Straight like that.
Yeah, gold gonna always be dominant.
Bro, that's my favorite investment. That's my favorite investment. I don't know about everybody. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's what I do. That's what our whole livelihood of life is based upon. But they took it from us.
Yeah. That's 1932. President Roosevelt doing the Christmas Eve break. Now, that's the crazy thing about it. Congress wasn't even supposed to be in session, but they just took some of the House leader, they took the Senate Majority Leader, and the President, along with one representative, Rothschild. Those four people sold the entire U.S. And in there, they took this out your hand right here, people, to go. Because that was the currency of the land. The San Francisco 49ers, that's named after the 49er miners. They was rushing for gold out that way. The name stuck. That's why people came to America, because the land opportunity, and said it's gold in them hills. They wasn't lying. It was. But the thing about it is, the Rothschilds, since 1776, wanted their hands on this new continent over here. And they couldn't get it during 1776. So they waited from 1776 to 1932. Told Roosevelt, you ain't got to worry about your family paying taxes, none of that other good stuff. Y'all gonna be straight the rest of your days. All your generations coming after you gonna be straight. Just let us have the rest of the people. He said, okay, and signed off. Now, here's my thing, people. How come you didn't get mad at you, know what I'm saying, you're represented from the state then? They done took your money out your hand, gave you some fake money. That's what the monopoly game is based off of. The fake dollars that the Reserve put out there.
Everything everything that goes on in your life is on that on that board game.
Now, here's what makes it sad. Our people are out here blowing each other's brains out for fake money, dog.
Not only that, a picture of paper money with a picture of ex-slave owners.
With Masonic imagery on the back.
See how that works? But see, that's the thing when you sit up there and you try to get a conscious mind on a lot of why wrongdoings in society, you try to figure out why is shit like it is. A lot of times, as human beings, you have a choice, as always, to live or die.
Mhm.
One problem I have with Christianity is that y'all worship a cross. The cross is a representation of death. You should never want to represent anything of death, because when you represent anything of death, that means that you basically put yourself on a death situation, which makes low vibration of your concept of living. That's why I never understood why people will love and give more condolence to a person dying in your life than giving condolence to a person that's living in your life. That's backwards. You don't even supposed to even give that type of environmental enjoyment, because death is death. There's nothing there no more. Yeah,
Let me give you some history on that cross, dog.
Go ahead, bro.
Did you know that the Romans, that was the symbol for their sun god Mithras? That's why they crucified all their enemies on it, because it was a sacrifice to their sun god Mithra. That's what the cross is all about. And then on top of that, the Most High said in his first commandment, there should be no other God before me. The second was, don't make no type of graven images in heaven above, or on the earth, or in the waters in the earth, which means you don't have no type of symbol. He said, I'm not represented that way. I'm a real person. I don't have no stand-ins. You talk to me directly. People don't do it that way either.
Nope.
So
that's why I could never get down with it. I never wore a cross on my neck, even as a child. I never wore a cross. I never had anything with a cross.
I'm not saying now hold on. I'm saying before my family gets upset with us out there. Let me explain myself. Now, your personal connection on how you feel about it, it could be genuine, because you see the sacrifice that was made on that cross to give you a chance at life and be done the right way. But the thing about it is, it's not in the cross. It's in the death of the person that was on the cross.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Because say, for instance, that's like saying, for instance, me wearing a gun around my neck because that's something that took my family away from me. Now, what sense does that make?
Exactly. Why you won't even have a rememberization of that?
Exactly. That's what makes it insanity, you know what I'm saying? And we don't even see that. So we don't question it. Because, see, here's the thing about it. I got upset with folks, and this is what started getting me about the church thing. When I come to find that y'all own tradition, y'all not really own the laws like y'all said. Y'all looking at the book and telling them to read certain passages, but you ain't studying to show yourself approved, because when it comes down to it, you're not doing it. You're saying it with your mouth, but you're not living it with your life. That's the big difference here.
Oh, yeah. Cherry picking. Cherry picking the things that you like and what you dislike.
Now, that's another thing.
That's why I don't fuck with religion, because the word religion is another version is another word for the word rely. Basically, you depending on something, person, place, or thing. The thing about it is, okay, if that's what you want to do, that's your business. But at the same time, when you start to realize things falling off on you, you can't blame nobody but yourself. Because everywhere you go, there you are.
Now, see, Rome, that's the thing about history. I love history. I'm a student of it. Now, here's the thing. I come to find out in the 2nd century AD. Let me tell you where your tithes became money, people.
Now he can't go around. Why you want to go around?
2nd century AD. The Roman priests and the Pope gets together, and they have a chance to the point where they have the only book as far as scripture locked away from everybody. Now, in this time frame, while it's 325 AD, Constantine and the rest of the gang saying we got a few books in here we don't like because it don't line up with what we're about to tell them.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to.
Okay.
What the fuck is this motherfucker doing He gonna bag into the okay, never mind. He gonna if he bag on side. We in Arizona, bro, and they got all these foreigners driving trucks out this way, and watching these motherfuckers drive is like watching the blind play musical chairs, nigga.
You should expect it. You should expect it because
yeah. Go ahead, bro.
You should expect. Listen, nothing should be blowing us out of our water right now because see, we should expect it. The U.S. has a lot of job openings right now because the old white folks are dying out or they're too cuckoo in their head, you know what I'm saying, to continue on. So they're going to need fresh young bodies and minds in these positions if America is going to be great again. So right now, they don't care who's in position. We just need to make America look great. So right now, it's a great time for everybody, including anybody that's sitting out there listening right now. The power positions that they had out the country, you're like, man, they ain't gonna hire for that. You can get in there now. You can get in there now. But folks, like you just say, that don't know how to drive, it don't matter. It don't matter. They just that strap for help. They just that strap. We really need everybody that we can get right now. So it don't matter. You could be, they say, okay, this refers, we require a CDLA. But they'll let you in on probably what I got, which is a CDLD. Reason being, I'm not even qualified. But since I'm somewhat okay and got a little experience, and they're going to run with that because I got to put on the front with to help them to make America look great again. We still doing all right. Wow, we already know it's hell on wheels down this way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, I hear a lot of the redneck, white boy, hillbilly, good old boy, you know, cats down south say they don't like to come out this way. You know, so they'll run their loads probably as far as Texas, and then they turn around and go back east and be in the southeast or the Midwest. They don't even go to the northeast no more. They let all the Dominicans, the Armenians, the West Indians, you know what I'm saying, all them folks, you know what I'm saying, the Somalians, Africans, all of them. They say hell, they can do what the fuck they want to do. I'm not running out there because they know a lot of these motherfuckers out there can't drive worth shit. And it's just like I'm, you know, I wish I had my other camera hooked up. I'll show you guys what they're doing right now. It's like I said, it's like playing musical chairs with the blind people. You know what I'm saying? You know the blind gonna run into each other eventually because they can't see. All they doing is moving around, goddamn it, and hope like hell they don't fall on the ground trying to grab a chair. They don't even know. They just grab onto something. Next thing you know, they fall the fuck over. That's how these motherfuckers drive these goddamn trucks out here. But anyway, we going off fucking topic with this goofy ass shit. But anyway, the other part was be careful what you wish for. And that's one thing about it when you sit up there and you ask about being rich, wanting this and want that in today's society. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we could just start off with like a business, a banking loan, or a loan from like Tower Loan or any one of these little loan companies. You know what I'm saying? And you go in there and you give them all your information. And one of the biggest part of the information that they want the most is your social security number. Because they know that social security number takes you everywhere, all over the world, all over the country. And if you don't pay that money back, in 9 times out of 10, you know, when you get, say for instance, $1,000 loan, they're gonna double it. What they want back. You ask for 1,000, you want to pay 2,000 or 3,000 to get it back. But you can be like, that sounds weird as a motherfucker. But yeah, but this is the thing. This is their little thing. They're gonna be like, well, hell, you asking us. We're not asking you for shit. Mm-hmm. But in some concepts, they are asking you because they need business.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, they check out where you working at. Okay, I'm working at Billy Bob's Catfish Company. Okay, yeah, all right. How much you making a month? A year? Oh, you're making $15,000, $20,000 a year. Okay, all right. Well, you approve. You know what I'm saying? Because you're making enough to pay that loan back. Because you're making well over $3,000. But at the same time, they're not looking at, but they'll ask you this question. This is another question they ask you. How much are you on utilities? Most companies actually, how much you pay on utilities, like light, water, gas, your car note, insurance, or whatever else that you got to pay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they tally up all that to see how much you gonna have left over to foot that bill after you get that loan. You know what I'm saying? And if you fuck around there, don't pay that loan back. Some companies will say, we'll give you at least a month and a half, at least a month. We'll go ahead and let you have this first month right out the gate. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as it start, the payments, they gonna start sending the bills out. Like, you know, you owe, say for instance, they probably set up maybe like $50 a month. And you paid that $50 that first month. Okay, you good then. All right. Second month come along, you pay your second bill, your second bill, loan bill. Oh, okay, that's good. All right. All right. Then you might get into a bind. Your fucking job, you might lose your job. Now you trying to figure out, how am I gonna pay this loan bill? Not if I loan my water, light, and gas. But at the same time, you might, have enough coins to go file for what you call it, unemployment or whatever. Okay, you good to a certain degree. But at the same time, your mind fluctuated because you're not making the same money that you was making when you was working. You might get a goddamn unemployment check, it might be $200 or $300. Every week or so, or whatever the case may be, and it's probably still not enough to generate those bills. Your mind blew off like, man, you forgot about that damn loan that you got. Now they starting to send out bills, past due again. Then they start calling you. And they call you. You telling them I'm gonna pay you, and they're setting up dates. Still ain't paid. Okay, now what I got? Now what's next? Now they from the collection agency. Collection agency going in, they gonna send you a letter, and they gonna say, well, this is what we charge versus what they charge. They saying right now you get in there and got a loan for $1,000. Okay, you supposed to be paying back. You're down, supposed to be paying back. You paying back like right now you paying $2,000 some dollars or something. But with our bill that we have to charge them for you not paying your shit, you're gonna have to pay another extra $300 on top of this. And if you don't pay it, then we're subject to going into your benefits and garnish your check, whatever.
Yeah.
That's gangster. And that's the same way with the motherfucking music industry or in the entertainment industry that's in Hollywood or where the case may be. You basically sign that contract. 9 times out of 10, most artists do not read no contract. R. Kelly said it out of his own mouth. They knew I didn't know how to read no damn contract. But they just told me to sign it. Told me, don't worry about it. You finna make some money, Mr. Kelly.
Yeah. You about to be the Pied Piper.
You the Pied Piper. You got the voice. You can sing. Everybody gonna love you. And he just, okay, well, these people must be pretty good. Forgetting who these people was when Dr. King got assassinated. Because these are the same people.
Yeah.
They're in the same tribe. Don't never think that they're not, because they are. They don't like your ass. They never have, never will. And see, one thing about the most humble Elijah Muhammad told Dr. King that you can't make these Caucasian people like you when they've been bred not to like you.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. And we seem to forget our historical concepts of what's going on with us, the reason why we are in the shape that we're in. Because we're trying to make everybody love us but us. We don't even want to love ourselves. We hate us all day fucking long. But we love everybody else. I hear people talking about, I love everybody. How the fuck can you love everybody? Then you talking about You represent God, you love God, and you go to church and this and that. When God didn't love everybody, God killed motherfucking wicked motherfuckers. Anything that he felt like was a damn threat to this world, he destroyed. He didn't sit around there. He loved them. He loved them to a certain degree until they started doing fuck shit. Then he had to get rid of them. And that's how you have to feel. And that's how you have to be. And I'm not saying go around here killing motherfuckers. I'm just saying get away from around motherfuckers that ain't serve you no goddamn purpose. If motherfuckers ain't supporting you on business situations and always got their motherfuckers got their mouth to say something about you all the time, get the fuck away from around them goofy motherfuckers. Surround yourself around people that want something, that got their mind shot on something, that wants to help basically generate unity and wealth together. The Jews do it. They learn from us. The Chinese do it. They learn from us. The Mexicans do it. They learn from us. Everybody does this that learn from us, but we don't do it anymore. Then now they go and give you a Puff Daddy remix of what they gave, what we gave them. Now think about that. That's how they work their magic. And that's the reason why they can easily influence you to sign some bullshit contracts and tell you to sing sucker shit to your people about killing and drug dealing and bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks and all this old stuff. Because they basically mastermind the whole concept that you hungry and you would do anything for a Klondike bar. See, black woman, I love you. Dark Prince love you. There's a lot of black men out here that love all black women. But one thing, woman, you gotta love yourself. That's the most important thing that starts the whole loving cycle. Because if you don't love yourself, don't expect nobody else to love you. Because ain't nobody gonna love you like you would love you. Because when you get up in the morning and look in the mirror, that's the only person you see. You don't see nobody else but you. See, they see you. They don't give a fuck because they already know you don't love yourself. Fuck you. Don't you know you made these Arabs and Koreans and all these motherfuckers $2.6 trillion buying hair, hat, and eyelashes all day long, makeup, putting on a fake imagery of yourself, putting all these chemicals on your body, and you end up with cervical cancers and all types of cancers and alopecia, all that shit, hair falling out because you're afraid to be how God made you. You basically going, but you love God though. God, you love Jesus. Jesus is your personal Lord and Savior. But hell, even if Jesus was real or fake, he would tell you, why are you destroying yourself to be something that you're not? Why you can't just love yourself? Why you can't just be who you are? How my Father created you? Did you see? Do you see cats going out trying to be a dog? Do you see dogs out trying to be cats? No. They being how they was made, how they was created to be. Dog and a cat. We the only living beings having a problem with ourselves. But I know it because it's war. I know it. They don't want us to love ourselves, and that's why it's easy for us to be basically brainwashed and told to do certain things to ourselves and not even understand it.
That's true.
See, one thing about me, I make jokes. I know I talk shit every now and again, but a lot of times, like right now, I'm very passionate about things that I talk about when it comes down to my people, because my people need to get an understanding that we're in the 21st century. This is the second decade in the 21st century. We got to change it up. We got to come with another strategy, another master plan on how to basically unify ourselves with each other. Other than that, we're gonna be extinct like they want us to be extinct, like they doing every damn thing else in society. They want us to get up out of here, quit fast in the motherfucking herd. But at the same time, like I say, it's got to start with you. When you start loving yourself and know who you are as a person, then you can go out and love any motherfucking body you will ever want to love. And then if that motherfucker don't love you, all you gotta do is smile at him and walk the fuck off. You ain't gotta worry about it because you already know you know who you are off top. You don't give a fuck about nobody else. Because if you sit up there and say, hey, I love myself, all day long. I know who I am. You ain't got to get on Facebook and tell everybody that you love yourself. There ain't none of their goddamn business if you love yourself, because you ain't got to tell nobody that you love yourself, because you already know that you love yourself. And putting hair, hat, and eyelashes ain't one of them. I know a lot of motherfuckers don't get mad with me. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying there are things that you can do. You can do the opposite by just being who you are. Let people see who you really are.
Yep.
Don't give them a surprising factor when they sit there like, oh shit, what happened to all that shit you had on? Because you're gonna get people support. You're gonna get people spoiled. They're gonna be looking like that look that you had in the club tonight. Then when you get to the hotel or get over to your house, you even got all your shit off your head. You looking like George Jefferson by the head. You know what I'm saying? If you want to look like George, that's how you look, keep that look. God damn it. Let that motherfucker love you for who you are, not for a fake image. You see, that's the hurting part. That's why a lot of guys, a lot of times when they get with you just because of that image. But when you scare out of them, they get the fuck away from you. And that's the same way with guys. You know what I'm saying? Be who you are as a man. Don't be trying to be motherfuckers that you see on TV and all this old shit. Be who you are. Love yourself as well as a man. Yeah. Step up to the plate and protect your queen. You know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker confront your queen, I don't give a damn if it's his baby daddy, or ex-husband, or any motherfucking body. I'm talking about, I ain't got nothing to do with that shit, man. I'm gonna go in the other room. No. You get in the middle of that shit and let them know, hey, playboy, I'm here now. And if you got a problem with her, you take that shit up on her when I'm not a fuck around. But even if I'm not a fuck around, you better remember me, because she got somebody now. And you don't need no motherfucking but no extra help. So you need to tone your shit down. I don't give a fuck y'all do got kids. God damn it, I'm around. Take that shit. Take your feeling down the fucking street. If that nigga gets mad, let him get mad. As long as he don't swing. Because if he swing, then hey, you swing.
Yep.
Because guess what? Your word is best. Your word is just as good as he is when the police come there, because he ain't had no business being on the property. Because all she got to do is say, he brought his ass up here fucking with me, and my man came to protect me. Boom, his ass going to jail. He done made a charge just that quick. Because they gonna listen to that black woman before they listen to us any damn way. Because he loved that black woman. Mr. Charlie loved the black woman.
Yep.
Because the black woman was the one that caretake him when his mama didn't caretake him. Now think about that shit for a second. Who you think Big Mama was taking care of when she was watching the home for the white man and the white woman? They didn't know how to take care of that little motherfucker. He or she talked back, fuck you, mama, kiss my ass, mama. Big Mama come in there. Now, Tommy, you know damn well you don't talk to your mother and father like that. Yes, ma'am. Think about it. See, that white man, he knows our sisters better than we know our sisters. And it shouldn't be like that. We supposed to know our sisters better than they know our sisters. Our queens. See, like I say, I listen to a lot of things that Dr. Umar talks about, and he tells the truth about that part. We need to get back to loving our black women again. Our black women need to get back to loving us again. Because like I said, I know I hope so. Yeah, learn how to listen to oldies but goodies, slow jams, R&B music, blues music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of them old jams from back in the days, goddamn it. And I guarantee you, it'll work its way back out to where it's supposed to be. But the thing about it is, you can't let these industry heads that's running the shit in this country tell you what you should listen to, what you shouldn't. Or at least tell your kids any damn way. Pull your kids to the side and talk to them and tell them, say, you know what? This is the music that we used to listen to back in the days. Get an understanding of it. They will. As long as you constantly keep putting it in their head, I guarantee it's gonna hit them one way or the other. All that drill music and all that bullshit that they put out there, they're gonna walk away from it. You gotta return a favor to Mr. Charlie, to white supremacy.
Always. And it's gonna be compound interest with it.
Exactly. Return the favor. Since they broke off the meeting in 1991, destroying conscious rap. Break off your own meeting with this trap and drill music. Return the favor. We don't want to hear that shit. Cut that shit off. I don't want to hear that shit. That's all you gotta do. Don't let your child tell you what's best, because your child, yeah, true enough, your kids, you can learn from your kids, but at the same time, they still your kids. They still your children. They don't run shit.
Yeah.
You don't want to run shit. And see, a lot of us get scared to myself. Well, I'm not gonna do this and do that with my child because I'm afraid to go to jail. Shit, you gonna go to jail any damn way if something happened to him.
And they're gonna put you in there because they say you did it.
Yeah, exactly. You the reason why your child fucking up. See, they know how to run game just like you know how to run game, like you try to run game. Drunk, what's that, Drunk? Welcome to the show, bro. Welcome back to the show again. He said, yeah, they weaponized rap against us. Yeah, exactly.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. The music wise, the lyrics I care less about. But the music is beautiful. But that's how they get you. Because even when they did that, hell, Public Enemy did that with us. Public Enemy put up maybe 8 different samples of songs that we used to like way back in the days and put a drum beat around that bitch. And that bitch sounded good. And just like
that's my whole thing. That's why I like instrumentals, man. That's why I love instrumentals. Because
that one song Public Enemy that we used to listen to, I'm trying to think which one the song was. Fight the Power, Rebel Without a Cause. Yeah, Rebel Without a Cause. That song had like 7 to 8 samples wrapped around that bitch. That song, Brothers Gonna, what's in that? What's that song, Chopper? Brothers Gonna Work It Out. Yeah, Brothers Gonna Work It Out. That song there had about 6 goddamn samples wrapped around it.
Mm-hmm.
Prince, Led Zeppelin.
Oh yeah.
And George Clinton had James Brown. All these songs was wrapped around that one song, but we did not know it because it sounded so fucking good. Shout out to the Bomb Squad. The Bomb Squad laid it down. We didn't realize that because it sounded so good. We didn't realize that was other folks' shit. They just chopped it up. It's just like a fucking garden salad. They just put everything in that bitch. Lettuce, tomato, onion, motherfucking bell pepper, all that
chicken.
Shit. All that. Mm-hmm. What do you say? Has music become more violent or has the world become more violent? And the music, it's reflecting that.
Here's the thing, Mr. J. The music is the subconscious tempo that pushes the needle. Have you noticed that when you in your moods back home, Mr. D, when you in your moods, you put on certain jams. If you bring the female over, you got the slow jams going in the background so she can relax with that.
That's right.
If you about to go to the club, you may go ahead and throw on a little drill music, you know what I'm saying, to get you up and hype and all and bouncing around. So when you get there, if you're in a sad mood and somebody in the past, you're going to throw on something, Master P, Miss My Homie, Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? I Miss My Dog.
Yeah, whatever the moves.
The mood decides what happens on the planet. And right down the mood is kill, kill, kill.
And see, that's the thing that really basically rumbles in the jungle the most is because, these people that runs the industry studies our way of life, what we do on a regular. A lot of times when we're basically just chilling, talking with the homies or whatever the case may be, they basically jotting down everything we say and talk about. You might just think he's just there just to sightsee and see all the beautiful shit, but no, that motherfucker there, he's an agent and he basically writes shit down.
Always an agent.
To report back to the main source of what they say. Oh yeah, what they talk about, they want to fuck bitches and hoes and shit, you know what I'm saying? And they want to bust a cap on one of their homies and shit, you know what I'm saying? Okay, well, we'll find some good artists that will basically rap about this, because see, that was what one of the songs back in 1982, 83. by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. The message: don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I might, lose my head.
You know
They
what?
knew that song right there had leverage in it because it was talking about the lifestyle that black people lived on a daily basis in ghetto USA. In other words, that was one of our good songs. But go ahead, bro.
I heard at work last week, and it was one of the conversations we discussing music, older generation, younger generation. Young cat told me, well, we just doing the same thing y'all did. And I'm like, now see, that's the problem right there. I said, you have to, take this thing in another direction. Just like we took it in another direction when it first came out in the late 70s, going into the early 80s with hip hop. You had to get another lane going because right now it's too cluttered and crowded over here on this end. And hip hop got to the point right now, it's no longer our culture. It belongs to, everybody who want to claim it.
We basically gave it away.
It's been taken and rebranded, repackaged, redressed, Puff Daddy remix, and all the other stuff you want to come in with the because it's not original. That's the problem. It is no longer original.
Yep. He said, if you really listen to Beyonce's new album, saying positive, and makes you wonder, are these big artists even allowed to make positive music?
No, they ain't allowed to make it.
Not even.
Hold on, Drunk. Let me tell you something. We're gonna get right back into it again. We were talking about this early on the show. You know what I'm saying? You may have not even turned in yet, but I want you to watch any video that you want to check out today, and you tell me, what does the background have to do with anything they saying coming out their mouth? You just watch that. It's gonna be always Devin, because that's who the master is behind it. He's the ring master. See, people don't say they don't believe in him. People say he don't exist. But for some reason, every artist that comes across your TV screen has got some devilness in the background or on them. Now, why is that? I don't think that's coincidence. It went to the point where it was spoken word, to then it went to, spoken word with music, and we have hip hop. Then it went from that to the point now it went to mumble rap, and I didn't even know you can even call something mumble, especially, a craft. How can mumbling be a gift?
Right.
So my whole thing is, they don't care nothing about wholesomeness of the music. All they want you to do is get in trance, and they're gonna fill you with darkness. So that's the only thing I've been seeing lately on any video, whether it's drill, whether it's so-called R&B, whether it's so-called rock. All I see is a slick guy in the background with devilish stuff going on. How many times you done watched how many times have you watched the BET Awards, and the first show that comes on the stage opening up the show is some type of ritual going?
I seen a little. I seen a little baby rap video.
There it is. There it is.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Even with the young brother, the one they give a Lil Nas X. You see how they did that? And
they set you up. They set you up. Here's what they did. They came out and said, listen.
You just said it. They set us up because when he first came out, he came out with Old Time Road for the little kids. Then before you know it, it pushed over into that devil shit. Now you see how that worked? But you know what? They did Billy Ray Cyrus' daughter the same fucking way with that Hannah Montana bullshit.
Listen, you remember the video of her? The girl was only 21, and what's his name? Robin Thicke. Robin Thicke was dancing on the girl. That's the pedophilia they've been talking about all along. It was right there in your face. She was a willing participant to be sexualized by an older man. Now the thing about it was, if you watch the crowd reaction during that time frame, while she's on stage with her tongue out and all this other good stuff, because see, that's the ritual. Shakira had that. What's the girl's name? Ariana Grande. Is every last female in the last 20 years that's then came on stage, then had a humiliation type of ritual, or somewhere they've been put on display sexually.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, what does that have to do with the music, people?
He just said it right here. He said YG and Tiga video got them dressed up as white women, full makeup, dresses, everything. YG,
Now, what that got to do with the music, people?
It got a lot to do with it. I'm gonna tell you what it's got to do with it. They trying to turn you into something that you ain't.
I know something I won't tell.
Exactly. They see you in a different lifestyle. They wanted the man to be the new woman and the woman to be the new man. Plain and simple.
The white man knows.
All you have to do is just think about what I told you about with Henry Kissinger and what's the white boy, Tricky Dick, aka Richard Nixon said about depopulation control of the black people back in the 70s. That's some real shit.
That's the thing about it.
Basically come in.
It don't matter how hard.
Yeah.
It don't matter. Listen, let me tell you something. It don't matter how hard you coming into the. Here's the thing about it. I don't care how hard you say you want to be. If you go to the doors of the record company saying that you want to get on with your thug, and they're like, okay, cool, but you're not gonna become a young thug. You're gonna be turned out. You're gonna become a person, you know what I'm saying, that white American men do not fear no more, because you're not an alpha male no more. Melanated men that have gotten to the point where they're confused in the head have lost their crown as king on the planet. And that's exactly what the white man loves about this. Because I don't have to compete with you. Only thing I can do now is lock you on up. Or, you know what I'm saying, I ain't got to worry about, you know what I'm saying, threatening my position. Because you don't want to be king. You want to be a queen. Queen has no power without the king. That's what people have not understood yet. Even when a queen was raised to be, you know what I'm saying, and she was sole heir to the throne, it was still in the regal hierarchy that she had to marry a king.
Yeah,
now this is the order things, people.
Yeah,
this is the order.
Yeah, I seen that.
Now you got.
Yeah, I seen that before. He talking about that
I
video
saw it.
Kendrick Lamar with the crown of thorns on his head.
Here's the thing about this, bro. Everybody's on the planet saying they're God now. That's why he was levitating over the water with his hands out. Remember, the Most High walked on water. Just at the time frame, there's been a lot of symbolism. It's going on. That's why I think, here's the thing about it. I saw it. But that's the thing about it. Everybody's saying they're God. But here's the thing about it. You can't be, because we be jacked up morally. Our moral compass is no longer perfect, which means you will not make the best decision every time. That's about, see, that's what a God is. God is perfection. He don't make mistakes. If you making mistakes, you ain't there. I'm not there.
There it is. Exactly.
So how can a corrupted person say I'm a God? Because a God is perfect in all ways.
Well,
there is no imperfection there.
Well,
so my thing is, you got Kendrick Lamar doing his thing. You got Kanye a few years back, you know what I'm saying? He was on them little magazine with his crown of thorns on. It ain't nothing new here. It ain't nothing new.
Well, you throw you off.
Yeah. But that's the thing about what to see. That's what got the Slick got kicked out, you know what I'm saying? The heavens of heaven. He said, I want to be God. This is where it starts at, people. You have delusions of grandeur because it's bigger than what your position is originally was for. You reach for something that's not supposed to be reached for. Hold on, let me see what he said.
He says it's weird because they never.
Oh,
Allah.
Let me tell you, now, that's another point I want to bring up.
Mhm.
They say that my book, the one that I study all the time, everybody has their own jokes about it. Everybody has their own, you know what I'm saying, smirk and smug. But it's the only book on the planet. It's the only, you know what I'm saying, so-called religion that everybody attacks. Nobody says nothing about the Quran. Nobody says nothing about Sanskrit. Nobody says nothing about Nihongo Genesis. Nobody says nothing about Buddha. But for some reason, this original Hebrew book gets attacked all the time. And it's the only book that I know that's in everybody's home. So it's got to be something to it, because the other religions ain't getting it. They're not being talked about. They don't have depictions of Allah or Buddha or Krishna in The Simpsons or on TV. But as this certain book right here, for some reason, everybody's got a problem with it, including the Vatican. The Vatican took out 14 books. It was 80 originally. 14 was taken out. They didn't do that to Quran. They didn't do that to the Sanskrit. They didn't do that to Buddhist teaching. They didn't do that to none of them. So what is it about that book? Now, I done put it out there, people. I done put it out there. We're going to get it. Let's get deeper. I love this right here. Let's get deeper. Now, first and foremost, the guy that's named in the back, Jesus, saves, right? Jesus, in the original Greek translation, means Hail Zeus. So it's not even talking about the Jesus person right here. It's a translation of a Greek god, Hail Zeus. Now, in saying that Hail Zeus, all right, black people, now I'm talking to you. Why would you pray to Jesus if Jesus is the Klan's god? Maybe that's why you ain't been coming up. It's wild stories. Listen, drunk, let me tell you something. It's wild stories because they could not believe that the book of Enoch, see, the Most High don't play around. He gonna give it to you plain and simple. The book of Enoch is the second page addition to the book of Genesis. When you go to Genesis 6, it's talking about the sons of God came down, saw the daughters of men, and begat children, and they were giants. Well, see, Enoch goes into depth about that. The reason why this goes down is because the church father has pictured and painted the heavenly host as these perfect beings, that they're far beyond temptation. They're far beyond the fall. But see, this is what the power of choice comes in, because even the divine person can fall. And this is what happened. It talks about watchers in the book of Enoch. The same was the sons of God in Genesis 6. 3 things, people. This is what happened. First and foremost, the Most High made a new creation called man. Not only that, he's the youngest out of the generation. He's the younger brother. Angels are the elder brother, because we're all sons and gods of the Most High. We're all made in his image. But he said man was made a little lower than the angel. Understand that part. So there's a familiar connection between all of us, with us being the younger generation of race. They're the elder race, we're the younger. Let's just say we're the younger brothers. Younger brother from the Most High got a planet. Angels didn't get that. On top of giving the planet and being regent of this planet, he was given a female counterpart. Now, the watchers of sin, the spirits that are in them, brother, those are the fallen angels. The rappers are just the vessel. And like I say, once again, even the ones that ain't famous, dog, the ones that's up and coming, they sign that too. Listen to the drill rappers that you like so much. They'll tell you, I sold my soul. They wasn't, they up and coming. They ain't even made it. They ain't even got a Golden Globe yet, dog.
It wasn't, you know, it's funny. When I first got a Reasonable Doubt album back in '96, Jay-Z, that was the most highly influential and best production album I have ever heard at that particular time. This was around the time when the East Coast, West Coast beef shit was going on. And I was in Los Angeles, at the time when he first dropped that album. And because when I heard him, he was doing an interview with a DJ friend of mine named DJ Paradise out in LA off the radio station 92.3 The Beat. Jay-Z was talking about his album Reasonable Doubt. And I like the song Can Knock the Hustle, the song he did with Mary J. Blige. Now, the thing about, I wanted the single. I didn't want the whole fucking album. I just wanted the single. Because, a lot of times when you get the whole album, it don't sound like shit. So when I went to Blockbuster Music, I went in and purchased the whole album because they said they didn't have the single. They sold out the single. So I said, fuck it. I'm just going to gamble my motherfucking money away and just go and buy this goddamn whole album. I went and bought the Reasonable Doubt album and I listened to it, and all the songs on that bitch is banging. Basically, it may be probably like 10% of the songs on there. It's probably 10% of the songs on there I didn't like. But for the most part, that album was jamming. But he had a song, he said, he had Snoop Dogg voice talking in the background saying, "Dear God, I want to, can you save me? The Illuminati is going all through my soul in my body." That's what the lyrics said. I did not know what the fuck that meant until the Illuminati words started floating around in the 2000 era. Because I'm like, the Illuminati, like, what the fuck is he talking about? I ain't know. I'm just listening to this shit bobbing my head. But he basically saying that he was selling his soul.
And that's the thing about it, because when he did the Black album, he was fully over into it then. That's why it went to Fade to Black. That's why he was knocked out. Then on top of that, he had one of his, nice hits, Lucifer, on that. That's the name of the song. Y'all remember?
He had a song. Yeah, he had a song. Yeah, Lucifer, son of the morning, which was one of the verses out of the Bible.
Exactly. But here's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm watching it because it's the documentary when he was doing the Black album. They cut to the point where he had just come out the booth on his verses for dropping the Lucifer, right? And he said, "I swear to God, I never read the Bible in my life," but he was dropping verses in there from scripture. Now that's something that's been acquainted with the Most High, but just giving you an inside peek through it through your mouthpiece. And you don't know what you're talking about. That's being possessed, people. That's what real possession is. But you don't know what's going on.
Did Jay-Z have? I know he had the Black album, the Red album, the Purple album. The Purple album, that's the one he dedicated to Prince. Purple Rain. The Purple.
I ain't even heard about no Purple album. I didn't even know he did that one.
Yeah, he had a Purple album, because the Purple album, it had all the songs with samples from off the Purple Rain. He was rapping off of the Purple Rain songs.
I know Prince didn't stand for that though. If he was still alive, I know that wouldn't have went down.
Oh, he was alive when he dropped it. It was playing. But what good is it gonna do when they control your shit? They don't give a fuck about that.
What year was this?
This had to be like 2000, like the middle part of 2000 when that Black album dropped. Because see, all he was doing was just making the same songs, like Encore, all that shit. He was just remixing in different. And calling it different album colors: the red album, the gray album, the green album, the purple album, the Black album.
That's a straight there. Now, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. My favorite album that he dropped was The Blueprint. I did like that a lot.
Yeah, Drunk just said it right here. The Blueprint. What they did to Jay-Z was the blueprint they used to on every rapper after. Yeah.
The blueprint is something, because see, here's what the blueprint means. The blueprint is, are you gonna sign your name on the dotted line for all the artists? So that's the blueprint. If you gonna make it, you gonna have to follow the blueprint. And the blueprint says you're gonna come in and who you say you was, he won't exist or she won't exist no more. We got somebody new in mind for you. Now, if you notice, people, All your favorite artists say they got alter ego. My thing is, if you came up by yourself, if you came up on the struggle by yourself, in the house by yourself, hungry days, no money days, you didn't have no alter ego then.
What's this shit, y'all? I'm finna show the Purple album. You think
that's my whole thing about it.
I'm gonna show you the Purple album.
Folks get rich and then they get signed on, then they get an alter ego.
Nigga, you gonna be like, what the fuck? But check this out. Here's the Purple album right here. This is the Purple album.
You see that? What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, that's a slap in the face, bro. I want to ride up to New York, just smack him up now.
Nigga, you mean to tell me you never seen this motherfucking album before?
This is my first time seeing this shit, bro. First time seeing this whackness on the motorcycle and everything, bro. I'm trying to figure out why you even want to, you know what I'm saying? Listen, that was that man's idea. Why bite off of him? He always talking about folks biting. He talking about, you shouldn't. That's my whole thing about it. Folks put out a big talk about what they don't want to do, bro.
Shout out to my DJ partner, DJ Scream. Y'all probably know who DJ Scream is. DJ Scream is he's a well-known DJ from Atlanta. But I'm thinking I might be wrong, so I'm not gonna really say it was DJ Scream that did it, but it was somebody that on satellite radio back here a long time ago that had a little skit where they was fucking with Jay-Z talking about I'm not a biter, I'm a writer. And they kept on saying it, and they were playing different songs by different artists.
Remember what you saying. I remember that. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
I'm like, these motherfuckers being funny, picking at old Jay, picking at Hova. But they was like, I'm not a biter, I'm a writer. And then they'll play a song that somebody done already rap, and then Jay-Z come right behind it and say the same.
And he biting right then.
It's just like
he biting right then.
Like when God Rest Dead Tupac came out with Me and My Girlfriend, he come right behind and make the same goddamn song. Chop said it. Drake did the same.
That's why I say, man, listen, I don't. That's how I knew that it was industry ran, because he had got to the point where, you know what I'm saying, he the best thing going. I'm like, come on now.
Right, but see, they didn't got comfortable now doing this shit, because when we was coming up, if you was biting, niggas came to see your motherfucking ass for biting.
Exactly. Quickly too. Now, if we had the turn then, we could have been saying, but they's gonna pull up on you.
Nobody talking about a nigga's mama when you bit the nigga's lyrics. You don't do nothing like that.
Even when he's freestyling, in the gym or something like that. Somebody might say a hotline, but you can't come back in your freestyle, you know what I'm saying, say something, man. I heard that already, man. What you gonna say at that, bro? Man, no, man. But that's the thing about it. It was originality, dog.
Yeah, but I thought you heard about that. That's why I say he had the red album, the green. I think the green album. It might. I'm thinking, because I got all Jay-Z shit.
Man, I'm glad I wasn't even aware of all that bullshit going on now. I'm so glad.
I know it's the Black Album, of course. Black Album, Gray Album, the Blue Album. I mean, Black Album, the Gray Album, the Red Album, and the Purple Album. I think that's only 4. I'm thinking. Yeah.
That don't make sense though.
Bro said he ain't never heard. He ain't never heard of the Purple. Heard of the
Man, this is my first time even seeing this bullshit right here, bro.
I'm trying to be a mixtape, bro. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Like I said, it's what it is. It's just that he took the songs that he did. I'm thinking off the Black Album and remixed them with different samples and shit. But when he did the Purple Album, he took Prince music and sampled Prince Purple Rain songs, the song that was on the Purple Rain soundtrack, and rapped off of it. But they sound, because if you listen to it, you know it, because like he did one song, I think he did Encore. He did it off of Let's Go Crazy, if I ain't mistaken. Yep. No, it might be 99 Problems. I don't know which one of them songs, but that's all he did. He just took them songs, Lucifer, all that shit, and just remixed them with all these different color albums.
Man. Like I say, I didn't ever. He wasn't never a favorite of mine. Like I say, he had that. You know what I'm saying? That one little stint where I like one album, but like I said, when I woke up past all this, started looking at a lot of stuff. I stopped listening to a lot of music, to the point where I'm just listening to somebody have a message. So I'm not gonna lie to you. When 2020 came, Lil Baby dropped, you know what I'm saying, the bigger picture, I started to get happy because I was like, maybe conscious rap is about to come back. But then it was like, nah. Because the next album he put out, you know what I'm saying, was right back to the same old. I like, nah, see, they just sitting there, you know what I'm saying, tempting our tummy with the taste of nuts and honey. And they ain't gonna give us the whole bowl of stuff.
Like Drunk said right there, it could have been it might have been as considered as a mixtape because a lot of people I heard a lot of people never heard the Purple album. I was just fucking with
Nah.
but I got it. But it's tripped the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, of course, they ain't gonna fuck with Jay-Z for making it as a mixtape type of thing, especially like a remix like that anyway, because it's not selling. But if it was selling, Prince would have put them goddamn stilettos on his ass.
But my thing is, you know what I'm saying, I'm thinking that the record company, you know what I'm saying, might have did that, you know what I'm saying, without him even knowing it, man. Because my thing is, Prince got an ear for stuff like that, especially in his music. Right. So for him not to say nothing the whole time that's going on, I don't think he knew what was going on. Because I ain't never seen him as a scared person to talk back about the industry. Never.
The way this shit side up, Dark Prince, bro.
Don't get these air.
The way that shit was side up, man, ain't no fucking telling how that shit went down. Because you gotta understand, man, this is their industry. And if they say it's all good, whether Prince like it or fucking not. It's just like a lot of people, like when we were young, we think that Prince and Michael Jackson didn't like each other. But
boy, tell me about it.
But what it was, Prince and Michael Jackson were two slaves on two different plantations. Michael Jackson was on Sony plantation. Prince was on Time Warner plantation. And you don't fuck with these goddamn high indulge slaves that's making us money. That's the reason why Prince, like Chopper said, wrote slave on his fucking forehead.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing that to be funny. He did that because he knew what the fuck they was doing to him.
And he changed his name to a symbol because you cannot duplicate that on a contract to get paid off of. I thought that was very smart and ingenious about the man, but the thing about it was they already told him. Hold on, let's see what he's got to say. Prince told Alicia Keys she couldn't sample Purple Rain because she was signed to a. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's how I already knew, you know what I'm saying? Like you just said earlier, the powers that be that run everything probably won't give that to him because he one of their favorite house niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, he came out with a song, House Nigga, Field Nigga, but thing about it, he's the house nigga. But then he put it out there and said, yeah, but we all still nigga. But we already know.
I'm going to show you how they did shit. They made a competition that a lot of people didn't know. I picked up on this. I'm 46 years old now. But this was 1984. The basically the epicenter of the 80s music. 1984. Listen to me. I'm living in South Central Los Angeles, 1984. I want to say November of 1984. Michael Jackson's Victory Tour year with him and his brothers, Jackson's Victory Tour. At that particular time, Prince was doing his tour, the Purple Rain Tour.
Yeah.
Them Jews was sitting up there running competition with each other. See, if CBS can outdo Warner Brothers. Because at that particular time, Prince was doing his concert across country, just like the Jackson was doing their concert. Everybody, all the grown folks was for Prince. All the young folks and grown folks was for Michael Jackson and the Jacksons. They had already told him, Michael gonna whoop Prince's ass. He said, there ain't no way. because Prince can play instruments. He can do this and do that. That don't mean shit. The kids, Michael Jackson doing moves and doing all this pop locking and shit that the streets are doing. Kids ain't playing no instruments, goddamn it. So when they looked up, Michael Jackson, all Michael Jackson concerts, all the Jackson's concerts were sold out all across the board. From New York, he went all the way from Vancouver, British Columbia, in Canada, straight all the way over to goddamn New York, worked his way down to Miami, Florida, came back up, Chicago, Indianapolis, all the big cities. His last concert of that year, my hometown, this motherfucker right here, Los Angeles, Dodger Stadium. And he rocked that motherfucker. And what was so funny about it, when the statistics came out, they said it wasn't even a competition because there was more people at that concert than Prince had throughout his whole out of certain a few cities that he was touring in.
Yep.
He wasn't selling it, so he wasn't selling his shows because the older people was going there. It was more older people going to Prince shows than it was young folks. Because young folks wasn't going no Prince. Prince was humping the ground and all that old shit. They didn't want to. Them people didn't want their kids seeing that shit. Michael Jackson was loved by young and old. So you couldn't really put a competition because Prince's whole situation was totally different from Michael Jackson's whole situation. Prince was on that freaky deaky type of shit. In the closet, in the bedroom, with a sexual type of shit. Michael Jackson just wanted to dance and have a good time, enjoy himself. Even though he grabbed his shit, you know what I'm saying? That's about it.
I don't remember ever seeing Mike, you know what I'm saying, doing no. I mean, but Prince was one of a kind. I mean,
he's a Michael.
They both had it, bro. Here's the thing: what I come to find out. We both got bamboozled. And I say we, I'm talking about me and my brother over here, you know what I'm saying, Chaos. Because being youngsters and coming up, you know what I'm saying, being fans of both of them, we didn't have to make a choice between the two. Because they both belong to us.
Hell no, we loved them. I mean, like I said, my dad, God rest his dead, when we used to travel, back in 84, my daddy felt like he wanted to see the countryside. And he didn't want to get on the plane this time to go to Hollandale, Mississippi. So we traveled in my mama's old Nissan. You remember the little Nissan we had?
Yeah.
And we traveled from Los Angeles all the way to Hollandale, Mississippi. And my daddy had Isley Brother cassette in that car. Wham, believe it or not, George Michael, God rest his dead, cassette in the car. Tina Turner's cassette in the car, Private Dancer when they first came out. And Prince, Purple Rain soundtrack, cassette in the car. As well as, who else did he have? That's the only ones I can think of right now. But I know Purple Rain was in that bitch because we listened to that whole album over and over again down the road. That's the reason why I can tell you basically all the songs that's on that album. I got the fucking Purple Rain track now. But matter of fact, I did the goddamn remix to a dedication, 40-year anniversary of Prince, and I put it on Mixcloud. Y'all could have seen it on Mixcloud, but Time Warner went in there and had Mixcloud to take it down. I wasn't trying to make no goddamn money off the mix. All I did was just showing my creativity. It sounded good. I started getting views there. I had like over 100,000 goddamn plays on that motherfucker. Time Warner went in there and took it. Not to mention that turned down from what? New Lil Jon mix that I did, the remix I did. They took that too. Sony came in there and took that. So, but I mean, more of the story how this goddamn industry works, man, it's just ridiculous because, we bought this music way back in the days. We jammed this music. It basically kept us feeling good when we were on rough and tough days, And it got to the point, even the music sounded so good to us to where even as the test of time went along, these motherfuckers turn around there and try to make more money off of us by selling these motherfuckers in various artists complex, like a collaboration album. Like Time Warner. Remember when Time Life used to come out? Time Life Music presents sounds of the 70s, sounds of the 80s, sounds of the 60s, you know, rock and all that shit.
Yeah.
Because they knew that they can put all these songs together, make a collaboration album, because these are songs that we were listening to that stood the test of time, and that was on the billboards. Because that's all they did is went off the billboards and basically see all the songs that was on the billboards and record them onto a damn CD cassette tape and sold them to you. And told you this is a limited time offer. You cannot buy them in stores. Act now. And if you act now, we got this bonus album, you know what I'm saying, 1985, 1984. They got Michael Jackson, Madonna, Whitney Houston, you know what I'm saying, Boy George, and all these motherfuckers. And you're like, damn, in the back of it's some cousin in your mind, you're like, I would like to own that because I get a chance to hear all the songs that I grew up on, I was listening to back in the days at one lick. Instead of me buying all these, and then they'll tell you, don't waste your time buying sets trying to get this same collaboration, because you'll be spending hundreds of dollars, almost thousands of dollars to get this, when you can just spend $150 right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you act now, be the first 500 callers, you'll get this genuine gold ass whooping. A foot in your ass, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna be smiling. You're gonna be like, oh shit, I'm gonna get a golden foot put in my ass.
But see, that's my whole thing about, you know what I'm saying, them having us to the point where they're saying that they had to make us feel like we had a choice between our own artists. Because here's the thing, it's the same thing they did with this so-called verses. These all our people, bro. What they mean they supposed to be having a verse battle? It's all good music. Ain't no need for them to be having no verses battle. Because the thing about it is, you know what I'm saying, it's like, okay, we the only competition because we only competition for ourselves. That's because y'all ain't got nobody to stand up against. That's the only reason why they keep putting us against each other. And I hate that. Hold on, let me see what you got to say here.
Do you think them taking music from physical copies to digital is way of them making sure that control the music?
That's in the contract.
I mean,
that's in the contract. It don't even matter if the digital, you're still doing, you know what I'm saying, the records, you know what I'm saying, that's in the contract.
It is what it is. It's right there.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, you go back to the LPs if you want to, but it don't matter. It's in the contract, but they about to get.
Yep. But you were saying about the verses thing, you know.
Yeah, because see, my thing was they brought us up.
I didn't even look at it as that, but they made it out to be like it was a war against the old generation music. You know, music back in the days, because the best motherfucking verses that I seen was the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire. And the way they had that shit sawed up was so professional and grown men, like, it almost made me tear up. It always made me cry, because they was really loving each other's music, because Verdine was talking about, God rest the dead, his brother Maurice White was like how they used to jam the Isley Brothers music. And like they would like to go to, like when they was in Los Angeles, you know, back in the days, the 70s, the artists worship each other's music, because Verdine was saying how they would go and be in one fucking studio across the room recording, and Ron Isley, Chris Jasper, and the Isley Brothers be in the other studio recording. And said that shit be thumping and jamming so loud, bro, Dark Prince, that they had to stop their session to go see what the fuck they got going, cooking up in the goddamn studio. And say they be up in there bouncing, they be up in there jamming. Because they was like, wow, because Chris Jasper was in there, because Chris Jasper, who I love very much, I love that brother, because like I said on my podcast, he basically paved the way on the way the Isley Brothers music sound. He changed their whole persona from the 60s to the 70s, right? ASAP. But because he put more synthesizer, more electronical sounds into the music. Because back then, you know, Ron Isley was still going off of monologue shit. You know, the drums and the horns and all that shit. They took all that shit. He took all that shit out when he started recording. But, you know what I'm saying? But they worshiped each other's music. They loved each other's music. Even when Ron Isley was talking about how he liked it, a lot of songs that Earth, Wind & Fire came out with back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Even Stevie Wonder said, you know, they used to talk about how they used to, you know, Stevie Wonder be like, shit, I need to see what the hell they got going on in this motherfucker. He wasn't up there talking about, man, them niggas think they sounding good up in there. It wasn't no motherfuckers hating and talking shit against each other, making it as a verses, as they call it. They were down with the shit. Bro, what you doing? You already must be listening to some shit. What you listening to?
Oh, that's Prince in the background right now. The bad dance going on. Go ahead.
Oh, he's in the back. What do you say? He said, they ain't do no white.
You can't have it.
Bro,
they ain't gonna do that. They not gonna do that.
Hell no, they ain't gonna do it.
No, they not gonna do that. They not gonna pit each other against each other.
Oh,
never.
Because like I say, they'll hold down their shit way better than we hold down ours. They taught us not to like our shit for maybe a couple of months, then throw it in the garbage. But
his thing. Now check this out.
Into the Eagles and Air Supply and Oreo Speedwagon and all these guys. These guys are damn near 100 years old, still touring. Rolling Stones.
Check this out though.
And shit like that. Somebody, he said, where
they got everybody thinking about, you know, they got our problems in the FM.
Where they verses at?
Ain't nobody gonna watch that, dog. That's why they ain't gonna put it. Ain't nobody don't even want to watch that. Even if they was putting each other against each other, ain't nobody gonna want to watch.
Hell no, white people ain't gonna want to watch their shit. He's the where the Rolling Stones and the Beatles.
But see, that's the thing about it. Now check this sneaky shit out right here. Check this out. While they got us listening to the drill music, continue, you know what I'm saying, to pull up on each other and mow each other down, you got white folk that's on social media now singing all the R&B late hits. Now tell me what's going on with that. They're trying to get to the point where they can centralize their own race so they get back into love making and get their numbers back up. While they got our numbers going down with the drill music.
Now think about that. I ain't saying nothing. Now think about that. Think about that. Like I say, they learn from us on the creativity that we came up with.
Man, and I ain't even had no blunt yet, dog. Woo.
They've been doing this shit since the beginning, man. They've been doing this shit since the beginning. Everything we create, they come in and take and get credibility for it. And one thing about, and the reason why most people will get mad at Kumo D, because Kumo D didn't put Eminem in the 100 greatest MCs of all time in his book, because he felt like they made Eminem what they want Eminem to be off the backs of us. Because guess who directed and produced Eminem's music? Dr. Dre. Now think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of a rapper I listened to heavy got killed named who?
Jada Young, and I know you're talking about.
Got killed.
Now here's the thing about that, brother.
At his dad's house.
Did you also hear about the ritual part of that?
Hit me on it, bro. Hit me on it.
He said some key things in his interview that no stone would be unturned. Crazy thing was, I'm watching and I'm saying the red carpet, you know what I'm saying, earlier, they was going on about, it was a ETV or entertainment something tonight or something like that. And then he said, well, we're going into a place now, whereas we're searching for the inevitable. And I was like, he talking all over the place right now. Things like, you know what I'm saying, but we ain't gonna make no stone unturned with these sacrifices that we keep giving out over this way. I'm like, hold on, Doc. What's going on? Then I started thinking about, you know what I'm saying, The 14-year-old that got killed, you know what I'm saying, years ago down in Florida. Come to find out his dad was a Mason. Come to find out also that after that, 3 months later, the guy's on the show with his wife on The View, and they're talking about, you know what I'm saying, what happened with his son. But yet at the same time frame, this is your public humiliation, the same as they do on the music world. This goes on in everyday life with ordinary people. So it's a sad thing, but it was also found out that dad had him on the insurance. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but most South folks don't usually do that though, bro. When do we wear wheels in life insurance with each other? Not saying that we shouldn't. I want you to look deeper, brother. I want you to look deeper.
Yeah.
Everything's connected.
Yeah. Because I mean, even with Trayvon Martin's situation,
Everything's connected.
Even with Trayvon Martin's situation, I see his mom, who was supposed to be so pissed off with the city of Sanford, Florida, end up working with the city of Sanford, Florida.
What does that make sense? That's like the same thing we talking about with the crosses and stuff. You don't give homage to the death instrument. That's the whole thing about it. People giving up loved ones here. Now, that's another thing. Every rapper scene you hear about, ain't there also been in some in the breaking news where somebody close to them or relative to them then got killed or died or something? How is that?
But
I remember XXXTentacion say, if I die, if I got killed, I just want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, everybody know, you know what I'm saying, I just try to put something positive out there. The thing about that was, I'm looking at 4 other rappers that recently, you know what I'm saying, was killed. Let's look at King Bun. Let's look at Young Dog. Let's look at Mo 3. And it's another 4th, and I can't remember. He gonna pop up soon. I think it was XXXTentacion. But all these folks with Empire Records, all of them wore the same 5-star pointed ring. All of them had contracts with life insurance policy. All of them made more money than they did after they died. And the insurance probably went right back to who? Empire Records. But nobody has came after the record company since all these rappers and got killed. Like, what message are you putting out? Because most folks, they tell us, your parents tell you, like they told me, be careful what you say. Watch what you say come out your mouth.
Yeah, and not to mention, that's why I said this is the whole title, one of the title on this show. Be careful what you wish, what you ask for.
Man.
I mean, everything that's good, like my old folks say, everything that look good ain't good all the time.
It ain't. It ain't. And I come to find out, like, listen, other people. Hold on a second.
To my Young Dog.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. Because he had his hands up with it. I remember seeing that. Like I say, bro, if you're going to be a music artist, stay underground. Don't go try to go sign nothing, bro. It's over with for you if you do.
I mean, here's the thing right here. You know, I feel like that we have the conscious mind to basically do whatever the fuck we want to do. Because no, I ain't gonna say I think or assume or whatever the case may be. I know we do. But we gotta get off our lazy asses and basically do what it do and stop depending on these people to do for you when you know how they fucking feel about you. They keep showing you over and 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 over again. But we constantly keep ignoring the signs. The signs is right there in your face. Okay.
I'm trying to tell you.
If you fuck around and go down the highway and they tell you the damn right lane is closed a mile and a half, don't you think you need to be getting ready to get in the left lane? Or you just gonna wait till you get to the damn sign, get to the damn where the cone's at, and then get over to the left lane? You might try to get over to the left lane, and somebody might not even want to let you over and let your ass run right into the cone. The signs are all
exactly
there.
What they do nowadays. And that's my whole thing about it. We still running to the white man talking about help me. And I mean that also with the rappers especially. because like, yeah, I'm trying to make that bag. My thing, they got you talking about giving you a bag. They got the banks. How are you making any money?
Yeah.
What does a bag got to do to a bank?
Yeah.
Or a couple of banks?
Yeah, because I mean, you going to the same motherfuckers that don't like you for the answer.
Exactly. And then they gonna degrade you. It's like big pimping. That's exactly what it is. We're gonna give you the money, but you're gonna make sure you trick like we want you to trick. Now tell me I'm lying about that.
Well, we got to get it together for real. We got to get it together, man. It's out here in the motherfucking opening for us to see. You know, the Most High, the universal God that I serve, that we all serve, regardless of what you say you think He is. He basically gave us a mind to think for ourselves, even though He put obstacles in our way for a reason, to basically grow your mind to make positive and rich, strong mind moves, basically. You know what I'm saying? Do what's right, what you know is right, what's good for you and your family. When you do that, your family gonna fall suit right behind you. When your family falls suit right behind you, you start a whole generation to making straight line moves with each other. Because one thing about it, if you run a business, if you run any kind of business, selling food, clothes, shoes, or whatever, you make sure you let your child know that, hey, this is how I make my living. I want you to make your living like that. And if your child's telling me, man, look boring, teach them that it's not boring. Don't just sit up there and say, I don't want my child to do what I do. Because when you do that, that's how you end up losing your business. Because what's going to happen is you die off. You ain't got nobody to hold the business down. Because your child gonna be like, shit, I'm finna sell this motherfucking shit my mama was doing, my daddy was doing, because that ain't me. I'm just gonna get this money and live off of it and be a bullshit ass rapper that's gonna end up getting killed.
They gonna make sure that you got a price on your head.
Oh yeah, they cause like I say, regardless of how you might look at it and might think of it, they still see you as a slave in America. They just don't. They don't have to put a whites only, colors only on the walls anymore, because that's what you're looking for. And then by you thinking that the white man that holler nigger out of his moving pickup truck is the real white supremacist. Oh no, he's just an angry white man. He ain't got shit. That motherfucker there ain't in control of rules and regulations in this country. Only thing he's in control of is his goddamn mouth. And he can say what the fuck you want to say, just like you can say what the fuck you want to say. He's not the problem. The real problem is the motherfuckers that basically telling you, I'm sorry that your loan has been denied. Them the motherfucking racist motherfucker. The motherfucker that don't want you to open your own business and things of that nature up to basically feed your family and your community. Them are the real racist motherfuckers. Not Mr. Charlie that's got a Confederate flag on the back of his truck. Fuck that flag. Fuck him. Because he ain't no better than you are. That motherfucker just as poor as your ass is. That's why he's down in the 2-story Dorito bag in the country some fucking way. That motherfucker ain't got no more than you got. That motherfucker probably got three pieces of teeth with brown shit on top of it. Cussing you out, calling you all kind of shit. Calling you all kind of niggers and moon crickets or whatever the fuck. Blue gums or whatever the fuck. But who gives a fuck? Because he ain't controlling nothing but his goddamn mouth.
That's it.
That's it. Other than that, he ain't got nothing else. You might say, well, he's still white though. Oh yeah, he white all day long. Even if he support Trump. If he was to go to Trump's house, Trump would cuss him out. Trump said, get your nasty mouth ass away from my house. You support me, okay, whatever, Billy Bob, Daddy Frank. Get your ugly ass back in your 84 pickup and go on down the road somewhere before you get hurt.
Yep.
Because he don't see you as him. He just doing a business transaction. That's why I keep telling y'all, I go and vote for Trump and Biden and all these motherfuckers are the same people. They're a different wing of the same bird.
I think Biden gonna be dead for the year out, bro. That's my opinion.
The thing is, the man is old. He's an old guy.
I got a feeling he's gonna be dead for the year. That's gonna be breaking news.
It could be.
Listen.
It could be.
Let me tell you something, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't free the slaves. He did that because the South was making too much money, more than the North was. So the only way that we can, get a handle on this thing, we got to break the money breakers from it. So guess what? That's like, say for me, you got your own company, you making billions. I'm a mom and pop shop. Now everybody knows me nationally around the spot, but you actually got the power economics that's moving around. So you up and coming, and I know this. But since you my next door neighbor, I'm like, listen here, bro. How about we come on into partnership and we share everything alike? But you tell me, oh hell no. What I got going, I'm good. I don't need you. We don't need you. Now all of a sudden we like, okay.
Biden just tested positive COVID. I seen that shit.
I'm hoping I see him fall out soon. I want to see him shaking and fall out and everything. I don't like him.
Oh, I can't laugh at
I don't like him. I don't like the Republicans. I don't like Democrats.
That's not godly like Dark Prince. Come on now. We got to be good Christians.
Bruh, let me tell you something here. I've got Bible verses where the Most High said himself, he does not care about the nations, except those that are trying to do his word. He say the nations are like a bucket of spittle to him. Now, that's not the person that always want to paint him out like God is love. You can do whatever you want to do. He going to still love. No, that's a fool that does that. He's not that.
This brother here, Reverend, I think his name Reverend Gino, he talks some real shit right here. Check this out, bro.
That's why they want to get
I know
me
you're
off
talking about the
there.
guy.
Oh, yes.
Amen. Even TD Jakes, board of directors wrote me. They want me off there.
Amen.
They contact the FCC. Said I'm too militant. You know why? Because I'm a pit bull preacher.
Right.
Wherein TD Snakes is just a large poodle.
That's right.
Seen him with a large poodle.
That's right.
I'm a pit bull preacher. I come with the Bible, sink my teeth in every man-made religion, and rip it to shreds.
Right.
TD Jakes don't do that.
No.
He's a pit bull preacher. He just bounce around. Pit bull preacher.
That's right.
Hands over their ears, spitting and hollering, hanging out with movie stars. Huh? That's
right.
why Joel Osteen, Kanye West can come in there with his old satanic choir, live like the devil and get all the wives all they want, and make all the babies they want, and Joel Osteen just sit right there looking at them perform.
That's right.
Didn't we enjoy Kanye?
That's right.
Didn't we enjoy Kanye?
That's right.
Let me tell you, religious fake or something. You think these R&B singers and these entertainers and movie stars, just because they sing some so-called Christian music or mention the name Jesus, you that much of a sucker think if they sing a song and mention Jesus, that make them a Christian? Jesus is a lifestyle.
That's it.
It ain't just a name in your mouth.
Preach it.
It's a lifestyle.
That's it. Wonderful, brother.
You can sing about his name, but if you don't live up to his teaching, your name ain't worth a dime.
That's right.
It's
Wonderful.
a lifestyle.
Wonderful, man.
You ready to call somebody a Christian because they use the name Jesus?
Amen.
Snoop Dogg now I'm talking about something. I'm one of Jesus' chosen ones. Liar!
That's a lie.
How in the world you one of Jesus' chosen ones that got your own porn?
That's right. That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
Got your own porn, making your own porn tapes, still smoking your weed.
Still smoking.
I want to, so he'll make a song with Jesus.
Yeah.
Throw the name Jesus in there and still.
That's right.
It's the Snoop bounce. No steps in particular.
No.
It's just a Snoop bounce.
That's right.
The bounce is telling you, I'm the devil, I'm the devil, I'm the devil.
My Lord, my Lord.
So the so-called gospel singers,
Yeah.
they get pure sinners on their albums. For what?
For what?
They are willing to sell out on God if it will sell their product.
That's right.
The Bible says you can't get sweet and bitter water from the same fountain. How are you going to cross paths with the devil
Go
to
ahead.
serve God's purpose?
That's right.
You're either on God's side or you're not.
Or you're not.
Entertainers come to many of our meetings all the time. NBA players and NFL players. What do I care? The fear of God left church. The churches don't have no fear, no regard. These so-called Christian female singers out here with a tight jumpsuit on, showing every groove that God gave them.
That's right.
Up there performing on a stage supposed to be Christians.
Yeah.
Suits look like plastic. Women.
Amen.
All that meat shelved inside of a tight plastic suit like they put on an extra layer of skin.
That's right.
Walking across the stage, and they call that a Christian concert. How insulting are you?
Yes.
And they say they're Christian because they sang about Jesus looking like a hooker.
Amen.
Huh?
Amen.
Got an extra tight jumpsuit. And the so-called Christian men is all out their chair looking.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at that stuff jumping. They looking. And when she asked him, what you know about Jesus? He'll say, oh, he's all right. He's all right.
Amen.
And the music in the so-called Christian concert, it ain't no different from the concerts you go to.
No.
They get up there and do the same thing like in a world concert. Somebody come at the microphone. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And you got all the Christian audience out there.
Well, that was the apostle Geno Jenkins. What did he lie?
Nah, he didn't lie about it.
He's a drunk.
But I didn't know a church could be incorporated either, though, like a business.
Yeah, he said he's the first preacher I heard cook like this in a minute. Well, here's the thing right here. Sometimes, well, I'm not going to say sometimes, all the time, because we all human beings.
Mm-hmm.
You have a subconscious, and a lot of times when you see things that are bothering you, you're just going to have to, just like you say, pressure bust pipes. You're going to eventually say something one way or the other, regardless of the person like it or not.
Yep.
That's just like tonight. I mean, today. I was talking to Teresa Williams, telling her, things about us, you know what I'm saying, on some real shit. And a lot of times you have to talk to people that you love and care about and be straightforward with them so that way they can get an understanding of how you really feel about them. You know, you can't bullshit the frog, because if you bullshit the frog, that doesn't mean the frog will leap. Leap over to you. That motherfucker might leap somewhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to learn that in this day and time, as black men and women, we have to be straight and forward with each other, because the time is ticking. I've heard, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said one thing right here. He said, the time is now and what must be done. Time is ticking, bro. If we sit around here bullshitting the frog with each other, we're going to miss out on a whole lot of shit. Shout out to one of our friends, female friend, from Hollandale.
Yeah.
She was saying she wanted to hurry up and get back to Hollandale because she's in Memphis and she wanted to get back to Hollandale so she can turn up and be in the club. And I told her, I said, sometimes you need to just be at home, try to figure out things and meditate for a while. Try to get the true you. Fuck all that turning up shit. You turn up when you ain't got shit else to do with yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's our biggest problem is turning up. You need to turn down some. Because when you turn up, you're basically giving your energy to stupidity instead of giving it to reality. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we can go to the club all the time. Man.
Certain music
every day. No, I'm gonna say we
That's
go to
the thing
club
about it,
all
you know.
day, get fucked up, and listen to some music all day long and be drained behind it. But what did you learn behind any of that? That's gonna basically keep you alive on this planet. That's what we don't think about. You know, one thing about me, I love music. I love going out. I love enjoying myself. But I also know that there's a time and place for everything. Now, like I said, we're in our mid-40s. All that club and heavy club and shit that we used to do, them days over with. Regardless of how we want to look at it. Some of us still want to stick to them days because we're like, man, I'm trying to stay as young as I can. Nigga, you got to go
Young is in the mind, dog. That's the thing about it. It ain't got nothing to do with where you going to no club or nothing, dog.
Well, in a lot of cases, it is to certain people because certain people are afraid that they're afraid to age. They
His
think
thing.
age is a thing.
His thing. I don't care, you know what I'm saying? If they saying they trying to stay young, your body's still gonna age. You can still be in the club around 20 years old, you gonna still look your age. How the hell you gonna get away from that? That's my whole thing about the folks on the planet, and I call it the Muppet Planet, dog. They be talking about trying to make shit that don't even make sense. You get older, you gonna get older. It don't matter. You could be at the church house, you could be at the club, you could be on the corner. The thing about it is, you know what I'm saying? If you
bro. Appreciate the love, bro. He said he out here, you know. Appreciate it.
Salute, bro. Man, I think I'm about to get and grab me something to eat on too right now. I'm thinking the same thing. I just got me a hunger pain going.
I know we didn't went too deep. We didn't went pretty deep tonight. And time is really ticking right now. So you know what I'm saying. So I mean, see what time is because we on Mountain Standard Time. So
y'all should be at 12.
No, we on Mountain. We east. I mean west.
West, right?
Yeah, we west. It's 9.
Okay, so y'all 10 o'clock right now. It's 11:03 here.
No, it's not. It's 9. It's 9:03.
Oh, 9:03 y'all at. Yeah, you both out there.
Yeah. Because I mean, we in Arizona. We in the west part of Arizona. So we almost close to California. So.
Okay, yeah. It's 11:03 here though.
Yeah, so that's why I said we're gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. I'm gonna grab me something to eat, man, because I ate a little piece of chicken and shit, man. That shit was dry as a motherfucker. I'm hungry. So I'm gonna grab me. I'm gonna fix me a sandwich and shit, and then I'm gonna lay it on down so I can get up in the morning, get on up here to Cali, to Northern California. But bro, as always, you already know it's been one, man. We're gonna do it again. Hopefully do a rant. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, what's this? We got somebody. Oh, this is Dyson. Sometimes it's the fact of feeling free in Hollandale, the city you got watch your back. Yeah, that's true. All day. I mean, you never forget where you come from. We talked about this last week on the podcast.
Yeah.
For that show. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about me. I ain't gonna never say that I took the wrong turn to Albuquerque going to Hollandale. No, I'm glad like hell my mama brought me to Mississippi, even from California, because the shit that I was living in and could have been in, I might not be here today. So yeah. Shout out to you, Dyson. You know what I'm saying? Much love, bro. But man, we gonna go ahead and get up off this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna probably do something probably Wednesday, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk rent.
All right.
If anything pops up in the news, you know what I'm saying? Even if it don't, we'll make up something like the white man do. We're gonna make up something. He make up something on us all the time. So we can make up something. Shit. Fuck it. You know.
That's right.
But in the meantime, bro, you have a good night, man. We're gonna holler at you later.
All right then, bro. Shalom. Y'all have a good one out that way. Peace.
Right out. It's all to the good, baby. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and end this whole podcast, man. Much love, respect to you guys. Watch tonight, you know what I'm saying? This is what we do. Don't y'all be strangers if this is y'all first time watching, you know what I'm saying? This is what we do every Saturday night. I almost slipped up and didn't want to do a podcast tonight because I was riding high and dry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about high like I'm high on alcohol or weed or drugs or anything, but I'm just saying I was rolling, you know what I'm saying, trying to get out here to the West because I got to try to be in California by Monday. I mean, Richmond, California by Monday, which I know I'm probably not going to make it the time they want me to be there, but I'm going to be in California tomorrow, but not that part of California. But anyway, much love and respect to you guys, man. You know how I do it. I'm going to show a couple of videos, and then we're going to go ahead and end this thing, you know. And I'll see y'all hopefully Wednesday, you know what I'm saying, with the Let's Talk rant, you know what I'm saying. But it's your boy Chaos. I'm about this mug. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. And do nothing I wouldn't do. Shout out to y'all. I thought some of y'all probably be at the concert tonight. They got a little concert. What's the brother's name? At the Sugar Shack. I don't know where the fuck they going. But anyway, you know, a blues singer at the Sugar Shack tonight, singing tonight, you know what I'm saying. Man, y'all enjoy yourself. Y'all be safe, man. We out.
Religion is the fictitious excuse of origins of non-black people. Religion is not real. So when we take religion off the table and we take the evolution theory off the table, no non-black person has factually ever been able to explain where they come from.
So history and script, we throwing religion and history out the window.
We throwing Western psychology's version of history out. So any basic level geneticist, any basic level biologist will tell you, not only do we have carbon in our DNA, in our skin, from billions.
Can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard, you liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him. He feels compelled to try to act like us. He loses his identity and his racial anger, if he has any. He becomes alien to his brothers. They realize he sold them out and they grow to hate him. He becomes worthless to them and safe for us. No, thank you. In fact, in his love for the creature comforts, except for his color, he's become one of us.
I'm Commanding General Your Honor, the Israelite School UPK. These are all my brothers who have suffered in the ghetto and lost family and died. We're here today to exercise our free speech. Tell me why you said black people should not love white people. Say again? You stole shit. Let me give you this mic. Let me give you this mic. What's your name again? Grace, tell me this.
We stole shit, we pillaged, and we murdered innocent people that did not deserve what we did. We colonized and we destroyed a culture.
Right. Yo!
That's what they scared of in school, son.
Wow! Now I see why they don't want y'all learning in school, by y'all.
And I was not taught that shit in school.
Wow! Did y'all hear her? Did you hear her, Grace? Did you hear Grace, white people?
DJ Mix Master Chaos.
Free, 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 free.